Good evening, Dan. It's Tuesday, September 4th. And no need to adjust your monitor? I'm really this red. Sometimes I find in my life that there's just too much going on, that I've got myself stressed out, that nothing has actually really happened all that bad, but thinking has made it so. It's a little bit of Shakespeare for those of you that are as nerdy as I am. Now, of course, the reason that I'm so red is because I needed to take stock of what was going on with me, and so I spent some time outside for the last few days. Thankfully, Olympia's had beautiful weather. In fact, I was so stressed out, I was like, I need to get away from it all, so I went down and I took a nap in the park. And I woke up kind of like this. And it's not super red, but I can feel it, and I know that cancer is just knocking on the door saying, let me in. I'm probably not really going to get cancer out of this, but I'm kind of white. And so any little bit of sun is more sun than my skin can handle. My contract fell through. It isn't going to happen the way that I planned on. But I've taken some time and I put together a new contract that's actually going to be better for me. It's going to fit my goals with Evergreen way more than what I was originally planning on doing. I'm going to fill out my time with classroom observation at River Ridge High School, potentially doing some lesson planning and some actual teaching there, as well as working on the production that they're doing. So it's all going to be encompassed in one space, less travel, which is better for the environment, which is better for me because then I'll have, fewer things going on, essentially, and it's going to make my life so much happier. I also spent some extra time outdoors today because I hopped a bus, did a little bit of walking, and filled out some paperwork for my next job, which, of course, is the one that I'm doing at River Ridge. But the paperwork's important, you gotta do that or you don't get any money out of it, and I need to get paid. This is the part of the night that I wanted to devote to my story of what happened at Antony and Cleopatra rehearsal yesterday, and I was gonna, fill it in with like, oh, and then this thing happened. Insert a clip right here. And then this other thing happened. Insert another clip right here! But along with the events of that entire night, my battery died in my camera yesterday. So all that I got out of the entire night was this. So right now I'm going to try and do exactly what I was asking her to do right before I completely ran out of battery, and that was explain the events of the night. Carpooling up to Seattle, we left a little bit late because we had to pick somebody else extra up. And on our way we were speeding to get up there, get pulled over by a cop. In the car we have an unsigned registration. Nobody who owns the car is in the car. Thankfully we do have the proper insurance, so we're taken care of on that. We take the ticket, we race on up to Seattle. We hit a little bit of traffic, but we make it okay. We do get up to Seattle, we have to stop to pick somebody else up. We pick them up, but before we get there, there's a little battery light that comes on, and when we stop at their house, we cannot get the car to start again, so we jump-start it. Jumpstart the car, make it about another 5 blocks. We're at Northeast 50th in the freeway entrance, the car dies. We realize it's an alternator problem, and we need to get that taken care of. But some people think it might also be the battery, so they decide, let's get a new battery and figure it out. The rest of us get picked up, we get taken to rehearsal. Rehearsal goes beautifully, and then we get in the car, it starts, and we drive back home. In pitch black, almost all the way home. Now from Seattle down to Nisqually and Olympia, the car stops one more time. We roll it off the freeway, pitch black, park it at a Shell station, across the street from which is Nisqually Towing. I call AAA and say, hey, you should come pick up this car. They say, great, we'll call Nisqually Towing. Almost an hour later, somebody from Nisqually Towing finally makes it across the street, picks up the car, drives everybody home. Done! It made for a very long night, and huge thank yous to Mrs. Harris, who came and picked up Melissa and got her home in the middle of the night. Big thank you to Nisqually Towing for taking Gina and her car home, and then, of course, to my dad, who is awesome, that when I call after midnight and say, hey, I'm in a car and it's kind of broken down on the side of the road, can you take me and someone you've never met home? Gotta love family. Whatever, I didn't get to our question today. I'll get to it whenever the next time I get to do this is. I will see you tomorrow.